Now, let's address the singers too. If you're a singer, you're not a lyricist, you're not a composer, you're a singer, okay? The copyrights for lyricist and composer is very old. It's 200 years old. The copyright for singers is only since '94. And in India, it's in 2012, because India is a signatory to the WIPO agreement on performers of '94. So, yes, there can be a creative contribution of the singer, which gives him certain rights, not over the song, but here they have their own rights when it's used on broadcast or whatever. And there is now a copyright society for singers called ISRA, ISRA, and I recommend that all, and if you're a singer, you become a member of ISRA, and they will tell you what your rights are. But it is what we call the derived rights. It's a neighboring right. It's not the real copyright. It's not the author's right. Author's right belongs only to the lyricist and the composer. The sound recording right too is what we call a neighboring right, because the same song can be recorded 1,000 times on 1,000 different record labels, sung by 1,000 different singers. It's still the same song. And each of these 1,000 labels, whenever their sound recording is exploited, some percentage is paid to the publisher and to the lyricist and composer. Paul McCartney's Yesterday has been recorded over 1,200 times. Over 1,200 different recordings. All of them, they pay. And today, Paul McCartney, from his publishing income, he earns more than he ever earned even when he was with the Beatles. Because today the music is, in those days it was limited, you had to buy albums. In India, it was difficult to buy Beatles albums. Today, just you take your mobile and you listen. So never in the history of the world has music been consumed so much as it is today. The gap is twofold. The gap is that the payments, the systems to make the payments transparent were not there, because the tools were not there. It all went so fast. But now we have reached a level where we are able to master this flow. And this massive consumption, itself presents new challenges. As I said, PRS in 2015, 300 billion streams. 2016, 600 billion. Can we imagine 10 years from now? Can you imagine when 800 million Indians who have mobile phones start streaming and listen to 100 songs every day? We are talking of petabytes of data to process. Now, the telecom companies, they only give us this data. They don't process themselves. They don't have the tools. They don't know who is the owner. They just say, look, this is the sales. You manage. And then it is left to the society. And that was another very important aspect that was discussed when the copyright amendments were going through to Parliament, is we could foresee at that time that this business of processing the reports, it's so expensive, it's such massive, it's bigger than banking. There are more music transactions than bank transactions. It's so massive that nobody, no record label is going to invest in this. And why should they? I mean, think of it. should I, if I am a record label, should I invest hundreds of crores to know whom I should pay? Doesn't make sense. It's those who have to be paid. It is for them to invest, to say that, okay, here is the data, here is the money, and you do with the money what you want. And so it made sense to have only one society and then trust this society with the task, this mammoth task, which is growing exponentially, to process these trillions and trillions of streams of transactions that we will see in the future, in the very near future.